Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica, and on my channel we talk all things that have to do with healing, growing, and manifesting the life that you want. So if you're interested in any of that, you should definitely stick around. So today I wanted to talk about cultivating a relationship with yourself and really understanding yourself and who you are. And the reason this is so important is because this is actually the foundation of your life, if you're aware of it or not. We have to remember that there's things that we're conscious about in our life where we understand, we have awareness of, and there's also so much that we don't. They're just kind of happening and playing out, and we don't even really realize why it's going on, what's underneath it, the depth. Like, all things are so layered that we don't realize, even if you see something surface level, that there's depths to that, and it's not just because of what you think. So cultivating a relationship with yourself and really understanding yourself, or as I like to say, understanding yourself, is such a wonderful and amazing and powerful foundation to have in your life, having this relationship with yourself, because when you understand yourself, you will understand everything in your life. And what I mean by that is, the relationship you have with yourself is actually the relationship you're having with others. That is playing out, whether you are aware of it or not. So let's say, for example, let's say as a kid, if you didn't feel loved or, seen, because we're kids and we're insecure, we're still learning how to secure ourselves and how to be in this world. And if we don't receive love and validation from a parent, we don't know how to give it to ourselves at a young age, so we go seeking it. So you may believe from this experience that you're not worthy of love and validation. This is all unconscious, by the way. You won't, this is not just obvious on the surface. This is happening underneath what I'm about to explain. So let's say you didn't receive this love and validation. You will go out there in the world seeking this love and validation. And the truth is, you can give yourself this love and validation, especially at this point in time. I know I'm not talking to little babies and kids on this channel, and if I am, hello. But if you're here listening, you have the ability and the awareness to give yourself this love and validation that maybe you didn't get. So if you don't give yourself this love and validation, you will seek it out there with others, and that's the relationship you will have. And often we'll even manifest a life where, since we didn't get it when we're younger, the people we draw into our life, they're also not going to give it to us. And the reason for this is because actually you need to give it to yourself. You need to validate yourself and love yourself. And trust me, I know, especially if you were or are a victim to this, it feels almost like it's not wrong, that it's wrong, or that it's not right, that it should be given to me from someone else. Like, I will love and validate myself once someone else loves and validates me. But the truth is, it's you not loving and validating yourself that's causing all these interactions to happen. What happened when you were a kid happened when you were a kid, right? We don't have much control of our lives when we're kids because we're not independent. We're not in our power. We're just little babies, right? Even when you're teenagers and stuff, in the human world, you're still a baby. I'm sure an 80-year-old, a 90-year-old, a 70-year-old would say that, like, a 16-year-old is still a baby. Oh, I was a baby back then, or you're still a baby, right? You're still just a baby. So at this point in time, even if we didn't get those things in our past, we can now bring them into our present by practicing, even if it's so uncomfortable to give yourself love and validation. You can practice this. And if you really don't know what that feels like, if you're in a position where your whole life you've never received love and validation, and if you have not, I want to tell you that I love you, but you can see from examples of others how they give love and validation, or I'm sure you have once before given love and validation to somebody else. You can do that for yourself. A lot of times people are walking around and they really don't love themselves, and it's really just because the people who were in their lives, mostly as children, just didn't know how to love them. And people really are trying their best. You know, if your mom or dad or your family couldn't love you the way you needed, it is such a shame, because I do wish you could receive all the love and validation that you needed, but sometimes people are just not capable of that. And that's not a reflection on you. It's not. Everyone is going through their stuff, right? Even our parents, even our family, they're not perfect. So you learning what that might even be feeling like by just imagining how it feels to be loved is giving it to you. Some practices I did to love and validate myself were actually, if I was singing like a love song that was playing on the radio, you know how often we'll hear songs, so say you have a love, right? Or you're in love with someone, there's someone you're interested in, and a song could be playing and it gets you thinking of them. Well, I on purpose would think of myself this way, and I just learned to love and adore myself. Because actually I truly feel that my higher self and my soul loves and adores me, so I'm tapping into that frequency, because even if somebody reflected to me that they could not love me, I'm very worthy of love and validation, and I give it to myself. And the more I give it to myself, the more I receive it from others. And that is a beautiful cycle to be in. The first cycle I was talking about, where you're seeking it and you can't find it, that's not the cycle you want to be in. And, you know, if by any chance you are in that cycle, really listen to what I'm saying here. You can get yourself out of that cycle. This is what healing and inner work is. You have the realization, that epiphany, like, damn, I'm really out here thinking I'm not worthy of love, and I'm waiting for someone else to tell me that I am. But you don't have to wait for anyone else. You can know this with yourself. I'm telling you. The other video I talked about yesterday, I was saying how special and important you are, that there's no mistake that you're here. This is my point. Of course, if you're here, you're worthy of love and validation, even if you didn't receive it from every single person before you. That was a lie. It's not true. I am 100%, 1,000% certain that's not true. Even if you've done something bad and you think you're a bad person, you are still worthy of love. I do think I'm kind of going a little bit off of what I was trying to say, but the point of what I'm trying to say here is understanding yourself and the things that, you know, are going on with inside of you, what you're thinking about, the things you're feeling. So like I said, say you're not feeling loved by others, and that, you know, makes you feel sad or it hurts your feelings. You want to understand that, because these things trickle out into our lives, you know, in our work, in our friendships, our relationships, and it doesn't, maybe you don't think that it is the foundation, but it truly is. If you were to look into it, you would find what I'm talking about to be true. The only way you're going to think it's not true if you've never thought about it. If you've never thought about it and you're just right away saying, no, that's definitely not true, you've never thought about it. Because I know for a fact, if you were to think about it, you would realize what I'm saying is very true. So you are the foundation of your world, and the relationship you have with yourself is so important, because it will be the relationships that you manifest, and it'll be the life that you manifest. Because, you know, we have relationship with everything, right? You have relationship with the weather even. How do you feel about the weather? What's your relationship like with that? What's your relationship like with work? What's your relationship like with your friends and your family? Your man or woman? All of these stem from the relationship you have with yourself. So it is so important to cultivate a relationship with yourself that's going to first start out with just understanding yourself. If you are somebody that feels misunderstood, and let me tell you, I felt really misunderstood when I was younger. It's because you don't actually even understand yourself. You don't understand your wants, your needs, your desires. You don't understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. You don't understand yourself. So please, because you are supposed to be here and living a good life, because you are here, 1 in a million chance you're here, and you're here. So it's important to cultivate this relationship with yourself so you can live the best life that you could live. Why settle? If you had a choice to have a good life or have a bad life, you would choose to have a good life. And what I'm telling you is, you having a relationship with yourself and understanding yourself will change the foundation of what you are manifesting. And you loving and adoring yourself is so important. And even if it doesn't feel easy to do that, making it a practice to cultivate that self-love and that love for yourself is going to be your best bet, because you will learn to love yourself if you just practice it. If you just practice singing a love song to yourself or looking in the mirror and saying, I love you so fucking much, you're so important, we got things to do here, I'm telling you, that practice will make all of that feel really real, because it is really real. I'm telling you, you guys lie to yourselves most of the time anyways. We just don't realize it. So even if it feels like a lie when you say you love yourself, don't worry. It's going to feel real very soon. Practice it. You might have been practicing something else. Okay, I don't want to make this too long, so I am going to end that here. I do have my email in the description below if anyone is interested in my coaching offers, if you're interested in diving deep and maybe learning to understand yourself more, learning how I can cultivate this relationship with myself so I can manifest the relationships I want and the life I want. I'd love to chat. And even if coaching is not for you, that's no problem. Thank you for being here and listening to this type of content, because will be how it starts for you. Just listening to this stuff is putting good things in your brain. It's literally just like eating fruits and vegetables. You're putting good stuff into you. So I just want to let you know, for years I just consumed the good content and I just needed to fill up with it. So even if you just need to fill up with this, thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.